I do love the science fiction of Greg Egan, this new Australian science fiction writer, and his novels tend to more cosmic themes, but his short stories are just one scenario after another of these near-term medical dilemmas that could involve quite ordinary people. And this is all with easily extrapolatable medical technology that we see taking shape all around us. If you take the leap into more wild-eyed speculation, then you have the possibility of, and this is fully explored in Greg Egan's fiction as well, the possibility of digitizing human experience, actually downloading consciousness out of bodies and into machines. Well, everybody says, well, that's a horrible idea. I wouldn't have that done to me. Well, would you if you were 24 hours away from death? If that were the option? If they were saying, we're either going to pull the plug or we're going to download you and then pull the plug. Check which box you would prefer. How many people would say, well, I don't know, I've always been skeptical about this download business, but hey, at this point, why not? Well, then, but the strange thing is digitizing a digital existence may turn out to be an eternity of experience. We operate at 100 hertz sitting here, 100 cycles a second. That's about how the rate at which your body-mind system works. The PC sitting on the desk comes now, if it's a good one, with 2 400 megahertz processors in it. What is that? 80,000 times more events can be packed by that computer into a second than you can pack into a second. An hour inside that computer is like 80,000 hours outside the computer. So right at the brink of death, you can suddenly opt for a strange new kind of eternal existence. Not that different from being born. I mean, it involves a machine, of course, but maybe biological death will be something for Mennonites and the Amish, and all the rest of us will opt for, of course, digital existence. But then, of course, there have to be insurance policies to make sure your disk isn't erased and the electricity keeps running and nobody rewrites your code and nobody overwrites your code and
get upgraded every
yes, I would have to be very careful updating. And then the question is, whose obligation after a few hundred years, whose obligation is it to keep these digital ghosts alive? Is it society's obligation after your fortune has long been run out and your relatives have forgotten you and you're still romping through the virtual fields of Elysium? Of course, maybe you can do useful work in there and be paid and deposit that salary into the account, which keeps the machine running, it all comes down to money. Isn't that weird? Very interesting. I mean, it's all money, How much life you can buy, how many indulgences your tithing can procure for you. It's all paying off somebody. As William Burroughs said, it's all some kind of a racket. Which doesn't mean you want to throw down your cards and stomp off into the dark, because it's the only racket in town. So you have to be very careful about rejecting it.